Craving something rich, creamy, and totally irresistible, but don't want to spend hours layering a traditional tiramisu? This tiramisu mug cake brings all that Italian dessert magic into a mug. Soft, coffee-infused cake with a silky cream cheese topping. Ready in just minutes. Let's get started. Let's make our coffee. In a small bowl, add 1 teaspoon of instant coffee and pour in 2 tablespoons of hot water. Stir well until it's fully dissolved and aromatic. Keep aside. In a large microwave-safe mug, add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour for structure, 2 tablespoons of sugar for sweetness, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and just a pinch of salt to balance the flavors. Give it a quick whisk so everything mixes evenly. That way your cake turns out light and fluffy every time. Measure out 2 tablespoons of this brewed coffee and add it straight into your mug mixture. Add 2 tablespoons of milk to keep it moist, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or melted butter for richness, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract for aroma. Mix it all together until smooth and lump-free. Be sure to scrape down the sides and bottom of your mug. No dry spots allowed. Pop your mug into the microwave and cook on medium-high power for about 60 to 70 seconds. Let's cool it down for a minute. We'll whip up that creamy cream cheese layer. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of mascarpone cheese or cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar, and a dash of vanilla extract. Whip it all together until smooth, light, and luscious. Spread this frosting over your cooled mug cake and dust generously with cocoa powder. That's what gives it that classic tiramisu finish. And there you have it, a warm, dreamy tiramisu mug cake that's fluffy, creamy, and ready in minutes. A perfect pick-me-up for any coffee lover craving dessert in a flash. Craving something rich, gooey, and chocolatey, but don't want to spend hours baking? This chocolate fudge mug cake is your quick fix for that dessert craving. It's decadent, eggless, and ready in just minutes. Pure chocolate bliss made right in your favorite mug. The best part? You only need a few pantry staples, a spoon, and your microwave. No oven, no mixer, just instant fudge happiness. In a microwave-safe mug, add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This gives your cake its soft base. Next, stir in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder for that deep chocolate flavor, 2 tablespoons of sugar to sweeten things up, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder so it rises, and just a pinch of salt to balance the richness. Whisk everything together until well combined. You want an even mix so your cake stays fluffy and fudgy. Now add 2 tablespoons of melted butter, or oil if you prefer, for that silky texture, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract to round out the flavor, and add 3 tablespoons of milk for moisture. Stir it all together until you get a smooth, thick batter. Fold in 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon milk. A smooth batter gives you that perfect soft cake texture after microwaving. Microwave your mug cake on medium-high for about 60 seconds. Let your cake cool for a minute so it sets into that perfect warm fudge texture. Then top it with a dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream for that hot and cold contrast. And there you go, a rich, indulgent chocolate fudge mug cake that's soft, gooey, and ready before you can even preheat the oven. Perfect for those late-night chocolate cravings or when you just need a little extra sweetness in your day. Follow for more no-fail microwave treats, because dessert shouldn't be complicated. Craving something warm, cozy, and full of fall flavor, but don't want to turn on the oven? This pumpkin cheesecake mug cake is creamy, spiced, and ready in minutes. Think of it as your favorite fall dessert, made right in your mug. In a small bowl, add 1 tablespoon of cream cheese. Mix it with half a tablespoon of sugar for sweetness, and a dash of lemon juice or vanilla extract to balance the richness. Stir until smooth and creamy. Keep this aside. In a microwave-safe mug, add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This gives your cake its soft, fluffy base. Next, add 2 tablespoons of sugar for sweetness, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and just a pinch of nutmeg. Whisk everything together so the dry ingredients are well combined. That way your cake turns out even and light. Add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. This brings moisture. Pour in 2 tablespoons of milk to make the batter smooth. Then add 1 tablespoon of melted butter or oil for richness. Finish with a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract for a cozy bakery-style flavor. Stir until smooth and creamy. Make sure no dry flour remains at the bottom. The batter should look silky and smell like fall in a cup. Spoon the cheesecake mixture right in the center. Use the tip of your spoon to swirl it gently through the batter. This creates those beautiful cheesecake ripples inside the cake. Microwave on medium-high power for about 70 to 80 seconds. While it rests, make a quick frosting. In a small bowl, combine 1 tablespoon of cream cheese for creaminess, 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar for sweetness, and half a teaspoon of milk to thin it out. Mix until smooth and creamy. It should have a rich, pourable texture that glides easily off your spoon. Not too thick, not too runny. Spread this frosting on top, then dust with a little cinnamon for those warm fall vibes. And there you have it, a pumpkin cheesecake mug cake that's creamy, fluffy, and bursting with fall flavor. The perfect quick dessert when you're craving something cozy and sweet. Craving something fun, colorful, and chocolatey, but don't want to spend hours baking? This bear paw cookie mug cake is soft, sweet, and packed with rainbow candy crunch. Best part? It's ready in just a couple of minutes. Let's make it together. Start by breaking your bear paw rainbow cookie into small chunks. Keep a few bigger pieces aside. They'll give your cake that chewy cookie bite texture at the end. Keep aside. In a large microwave-safe mug, add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, Brown sugar works best for that cookie flavor. 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder if you want a chocolatey base, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder to make it rise. Stir everything together well so the baking powder spreads evenly. Now pour in 3 tablespoons of milk. You can swap the milk with any non-dairy option like almond, oat, or soy milk. 1 tablespoon of melted butter, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix it all really well until the batter turns smooth and creamy. Make sure there are no dry lumps left in the mix. Gently fold in most of your crumbled cookie pieces, saving a few chunks for the top. Now gently fold the cookie pieces into the batter. Microwave your mug for about 60 to 80 seconds, depending on your microwave's power. Drizzle some melted chocolate for extra indulgence. Sprinkle the rest of your cookie chunks on top. And if you like, add a few extra rainbow candies or chocolate chips for a colorful, crunchy finish. And that's it, a soft, gooey, chocolatey bear paw cookie mug cake bursting with rainbow fun. Quick, easy, and the perfect treat when you're craving something sweet. Craving something rich, chocolatey, and melt in your mouth, but don't feel like baking an entire cake? This Matilda mug cake is pure chocolate heaven in a cup. Moist, velvety, and made without eggs. And the best part? It's ready in just over a minute. No mess, no fuss, just instant comfort. Let's get started. In a large microwave-safe mug, add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour for that soft, fluffy base. Then, stir in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder for deep chocolate flavor, 3 tablespoons of sugar for sweetness, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and just a pinch of salt to balance it all out. Mix your dry ingredients well so everything's evenly combined. That's what keeps your cake light and smooth. Now for the wet ingredients, pour in 4 tablespoons of milk. Any kind of milk works. 1 tablespoon of melted butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. A tablespoon of thick yogurt to keep it super moist, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract for warmth. Stir it all together until your batter is silky and lump-free. Scrape the sides and bottom. You don't want any dry flour hiding underneath. Now, for the magic moment, press a piece of dark chocolate or a spoonful of chips right into the center. As it bakes, this melts into a rich, gooey core, just like that famous Matilda cake scene. Microwave on medium-high for about 1 minute and 20 seconds. While it rests, let's make a quick ganache topping. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips and microwave for 30 seconds until they start melting. Then stir in half a teaspoon of melted butter and 1 tablespoon of milk. Mix well until smooth and shiny. Pour warm ganache right over your cake and let it drip down the sides. It's rich, silky, and absolutely irresistible. Finish with a dusting of cocoa powder or icing sugar if you'd like. Cafe-style perfection in a mug. And there you go, your eggless Matilda mug cake, moist, fudgy, and ready in minutes. A cozy little treat that feels like a hug in dessert form. Craving something soft, moist, and perfectly balanced, but don't want to deal with the oven. This yogurt mug cake is tender, slightly tangy, and ready in just a minute. Perfect for when you want a cozy homemade dessert in no time. The best part? You only need a mug, a spoon, and your microwave. It's that simple, and it turns out so good, you'll want to make it again tomorrow. In a large microwave-safe mug, add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This gives your cake its soft, tender base. Next, add 2 tablespoons of sugar for sweetness, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder to help it rise and become airy. Don't forget a pinch of salt. Give everything a good mix so the dry ingredients are evenly combined. That way your cake cooks evenly and doesn't turn dense at the bottom. Now it's time for the wet ingredients. Add 3 tablespoons of thick yogurt. This replaces eggs and gives your cake that soft, moist texture with a light tang. Pour in 1 tablespoon of milk to loosen the batter just a bit. Add 1 tablespoon of oil. And finally, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract for that warm, bakery-style aroma. Stir it all together until smooth and lump-free. Make sure to scrape the sides and bottom of the mug so every bit of flour mixes in. Now pop your mug into the microwave and cook on medium-high power for about 1 minute. While the cake cools, let's make a quick frosting. In a small bowl, add 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of milk, and just a tiny pinch of cinnamon powder for a hint of warmth and spice. Mix it well until smooth and glossy. It should have a pourable, creamy consistency. Drizzle or spread this frosting over your cooled mug cake, then top it with a swirl of whipped cream and a sprinkle of cinnamon powder. It looks and tastes like a bakery dessert made right in your microwave. And there you go, a soft, tangy sweet yogurt mug cake that's cozy, comforting, and ready in just minutes. Perfect for a quick treat after dinner or a sweet break in the middle of your day. Craving something rich, chocolatey, and oh so indulgent, but don't want to bake an entire batch of brownies? This peanut butter brownie mug cake is your answer. It's fudgy, warm, and ready in just a minute, with gooey pockets of peanut butter that make every bite irresistible. Let's get started. In a large microwave-safe mug, add 3 tablespoons of flour. This forms the base of your brownie. Next, add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder for that deep chocolate flavor, 1 tablespoon of sugar to sweeten, and 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder, just a pinch of salt to balance everything out. Give it a quick stir so the dry ingredients are evenly mixed. Now it's time for the wet ingredients. Add 2 tablespoons of milk. Add 1 tablespoon of creamy peanut butter, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Stir it all together until smooth and glossy. Add 1 more tablespoon of milk to adjust the consistency. The batter should be smooth and slightly thick, just like brownie batter. Fold in a few chocolate chips into the batter. They'll melt as it cooks. Pop it into the microwave and cook on high for about 1 minute. Let it cool for a minute so the texture sets. Add a dollop of whipped cream, drizzle a little chocolate sauce over the top, and finish with a light sprinkle of cinnamon powder. It's warm, creamy, and absolutely decadent. And there you go. Your peanut butter brownie mug cake is ready to enjoy. A quick, indulgent dessert that combines rich chocolate with nutty, melty peanut butter in every bite. Follow for more no-fail microwave treats, because dessert shouldn't be complicated.